This is it, the final video to the $25,000 collection. We're going to put a bow on it right now. We're going to go through every single major key that came out of this collection. All right, guys, for all of you who have watched all 19 parts up until now, I want to say thank you. And even if you haven't, I want to say thank you for watching. Thanks for being here. We're going to wrap it all up. Before we do, down below in the description are all the links to all 19 previous parts of this series. Again, if you want to go back and watch it, we went through every single book in the collection, except for one long box where I forgot to hit record. And hey, it happens. Also, if you haven't hit the subscription button, please do. Hit the thumbs up if you enjoy this video. And the comment section, I want to hear it. Did I do well on this collection? Once again, I paid $25,500 for this collection. We are only going to discuss the major parts, the major keys, which is over a short box. There's a lot to talk about here, so buckle up. We're going to jump right into it. Also, down below in the description, there are discount codes for MutantBeaverComics.com, CoverPrice.com, and GeminiComicSupply.com. That's a great one, 10% off your comic supplies. All right, we're going to jump into it. All I'm going to do is show you the books and tell you what they are. All right, we're not going to talk values. We're not going to talk anything because this will be a 6-hour video. So I'm only talking about the best of the best, not to mention the long boxes of stuff that are going to be bagged, boarded, and priced for Terrificon and New York Comic Con. So Terrificon is probably in the rearview mirror by the time this video comes out. But New York Comic Con is coming up fast. That is the middle of October. That's going to be the next convention. I will be there with 44 boxes, 3 giant walls. Everything you see in this video will be there unless it's already been sold. So we'll see what happens. Fingers crossed. Let's jump into it. First thing first, Tomb of Dracula number 10. This is the first Blade. We're going to keep going. This is going to be quick because there's a lot to talk about. Teen Titans 12. This is the first Batman Who Laughs. Green Lantern 87. First John Stewart. Conan the Barbarian 23. This is the first Red Sonja in cameo, but it's actually worth more than 24, which is her first full appearance and cover appearance. And something tells me we're going to get to that later as well. Forever People number 1. First Darkseid. This one isn't the money one compared to the Jimmy Olsen book. Adventure into Fear 19. First Howard the Duck. Iron Fist 14. First Sabretooth. Star Wars 68. I always screw this book up, I gotta tell you. First Mandalorians, I believe, or first mention of the Mandalorians, and there's some other keys to go with this book as well. Werewolf by Night, number 1. X-Men 120 and 121. These two are the first cameo and full appearance of Alpha Flight. X-Men 130. First Dazzler. Here, if you're an X-Men fan, here we go. X-Men 129. First Hellfire Club. First Emma Frost. Multiple first appearance. I think Sebastian's first appearance. There's a lot in this book. This is a very pricey book. X-Men 49 and 50. First cameo, full appearance, cover of Polaris. Steranko covers here. X-Men 266. The Raging Cajun Gambit. Let's do one Spider-Man book. Number 4. First Silk. Now remember, in the comment section, did I do well on this collection? I paid $25,500. I'm looking to double up. That's always the goal. But you never sell every book. So let's keep going. DC Comics presents 47. First He-Man and Skeletor in comics. I'm looking for a 9.8 for the PC. I have a 9.6. Someday I'll find it. This isn't it. Aquaman 35. First Black Manta. Young Avengers number 1, loaded with first appearances. First team appearance also of the Young Avengers. Submariner number 1. Teen Titans number 2. First Deathstroke. Love the Deathstroke character. Love the condition of this book. This is looking like a 9.4 to a 9.6. A press could get it real close to the 9.8. Amazing Spider-Man 28. First Molten Man. Amazing Spider-Man 316. First Venom cover. Classic McFarlane here. Amazing Spider-Man 78. Should have brought some water. First Prowler. And these are all going to be put in Mylars before the conventions, by the way, because I have another box we're going to talk about that has already been put in Mylar. Amazing Spider-Man 194. First Black Cat. Amazing Spider-Man 238 with the tattoos. First Hobgoblin. Our seller bought it for $25, just to give you some perspective. Amazing Spider-Man 129. First Punisher. This one is like a 4. I'm going to say it's like a 4, so a little less than mid-grade. This one's actually better than a 4. Amazing Spider-Man 101, first Morbius, Amazing Spider-Man 100, just an anniversary issue. And then we have 122, Death of Green Goblin. Batman time. Let's do some Batman. We're going to run it. None of these are in order. I just happen to have a bunch of certain things in a row. We're probably going to come back to Batman later. Batman number 232, first Ra's al Ghul. My PC book is an 8.0. This one is not an 8.0, so this will end up being sold. Batman 234, first Silver Age Two-Face. These are both Neil Adams covers. My Two-Face is a 7.5. I don't think this is better than a 7.5. Batman Adventures Mad Love. This is the origin of Harley Quinn. And then Batman Harley Quinn. This I needed a 9.8 for the PC, and I don't know. I don't know if this is going to do it. This is the first Harley Quinn in DC continuity. Avengers Annual number 10, first Rogue. Marvel Spotlight 32, first Spider-Woman. John Byrne X-Men. This is the first Hellboy, I believe, in color. I always screw the Hellboy keys up, so don't quote me on that. Hulk 449, first Thunderbolts. This is a newsstand copy. It's also very high grade. I don't think it's a 9.8, but 9.6 is certainly an possibility here. Hulk 141, first Doc Samson. Captain America 100, first in title. Switched over from, was it Tales of Suspense? I don't remember. I'm going to keep going. Green Lantern number 76, first Bronze Age book, not to mention a classic Neil Adams cover. Love this book. I think my PC one is like a 6570. That's not this. Star Wars 107. This is the final issue. I always tell people first issue, final issue. Those are money books. Non-keys. You know, obviously, they're kind of considered key issues, but first and final issue of runs are usually big books. All-Star Comics 58, first Power Girl. Nice book there. Avengers 57, our friend Vision. That's his first appearance. Marvel Premiere 15, first Iron Fist. Strange Adventures 205, first Dead Man. Now, pardon me for 1 second, because now we're going to start pulling books that have been already Mylard. And here we go. Daredevil 131. This is the first Bullseye. Ultimate Fallout 4. First Miles Morales. Amazing Spider-Man 50. First Kingpin. Conan the Barbarian number 1. You guessed it. First Conan. Amazing Spider-Man 41. First Rhino. Amazing Spider-Man 39. Classic Ramita, and I believe it's also the first Ramita on Spider-Man. Amazing Spider-Man 31, this one's Ditko. This is the first Gwen Stacy, first Harry Osborn. Doctor Strange 169, this is where it changed from Strange Tales. Tales of Suspense, I think, switched to Cap. Strange Tales changed to Doctor Strange, I believe. Don't quote me, or maybe just correct me down in the chat or comment section. Fantastic Four 45, first Inhumans. Marvel Superheroes 12, first Captain Marvel. Star Wars 42, first Boba Fett. House of Secrets 92, first Swamp Thing. Love this book. Love this condition. That's not going to be cheap. Sensational She-Hulk 40. Just one of those covers that make people go crazy. Another Star Wars 68. We have more. I tell this video. This is going to be a long one. Green Lantern 85 and 86. The drug issues, more Neil Adams. Denny O'Neil, Neil Adams, by the way. Silver Surfer number 3, first Mephisto. Jungle Action 6, first Killmonger. Batman Beyond number 1. This is not a 9.8. I'm looking for a 9.8 in the PC. This is closer to a 9.0, 9.2. Vengeance of Bane. This I have in a 9.8. This is actually a high grade copy too. I don't know if it's going to be a 9.8. It's borderline. Doctor Strange number 1, just first title. Marvel Superheroes 18, first Guardians of the Galaxy. Incredible Hulk 340, which was amazingly homaged in the Deadpool movie. Sorry, spoiler, but by now you've probably seen it, and if you haven't, it's a 5-second scene. It's no big deal. I apologize. Hulk 340, no big deal though. Just a little thing. Marvel Premiere 28, first Legion of Monsters. Thundercats number 1. Batman Killing Joke, first print, and Conan the Barbarian 24. Remember, we talked about 23. This is the first full Red Sonja first cover appearance. Or maybe the other one is her first full. This is the first cover. Nah, I think this is first full. I think she cameos in 23. We have more. Sorry. Marvel Spotlight number 2. This is the first Werewolf by Night. Amazing Spider-Man 121. We had 122, Death of Green Goblin. This is Death of Gwen Stacy. Metamorpho here. Brave and the Bold, numbers 57. First Metamorpho, who will be coming in the Superman movie. That's what she said. Batman 237. First Reaper. Hulk 102. This is the first Hulk in title. This switched from Tales to Astonish, I believe, to Incredible Hulk. Amazing Spider-Man 38. This is the final Ditko issue. Detective Comics 880. There goes my TV, like I'm talking to it or something. Just a classic jock cover, but I do have to say this Black Mirror run is fantastic for you guys if you want to read it. Scott Snyder,
Here are the
jock.
results for Klecker, the TV lighting published of the Black Mirror run.
I don't know why it does it, but we're going to keep going. This silly thing. Batman 635. First Jason Todd as Red Hood. Hulk 180. First Hulk in cameo. I also had a Hulk 182, but I sold that one already before I could make this video. Edge of Spider-Verse number 2, first Spider-Gwen. Weird War Tales 93, first Creature Commandos. We're getting the animated series in December. It's going to be the first thing from James Gunn and the DCU, so be excited for that. I am. Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars number 8, Origin of the Black Suit. Captain America 117, first Falcon. Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. number 1. Whew, how about that? We're not done. We're not done. Hang tight. Let's go. Marvel feature number 1. This is the first Defenders. X-Men 28. First Banshee. Now, I spent a lot of money on this collection, guys. Just remember that. There's a lot of good books here. X-Men 94. This is the first... Okay. Second appearance of Colossus, Storm, and Nightcrawler. It's their first time in the X-Men run. Their first appearance is Giant Size X-Men, which, funny enough, this collection did not have. So, Jimmy Olsen, 134. This is the first Darkseid. Showcase number 55. First Silver Age Solomon Grundy. And I think also the first appearance of the Golden Age Green Lantern in the Silver Age. Correct me. Strange Tales, 126. First Dormammu. Mr. Miracle, number 1. You guessed it, first Mr. Miracle. Iron Man 128, classic Demon in a Bottle. Amazing Spider-Man 300, newsstand copy of the first Venom. Swamp Thing 37, first John Constantine. New Mutants 87, first Cable. Strange Tales 169, first Brother Voodoo. This classic Fantastic Four cover. Anything Hulk Thing covers usually go for a premium. This one particularly does. Little stain on the side of this. Does present very well. It's hard to keep those black covers from the 60s popping. Daredevil 168, first Elektra. This one might get a little hot. Daredevil 8, first Stiltman. Fantastic Four 52, first Black Panther. Oh my goodness. Guys, thank you so much for... Wait a minute! There's more. We have one more batch of books to talk about from this collection. Werewolf by Night 32. This is the first Moon Knight. Fantastic Four 46. First Black Bolt. Fantastic Four 49. First Full Galactus. Second Silver Surfer. This one does, however, have restoration on the spine. Could possibly have it removed. Could send it to CGC. I'm not sure. Marvel Spotlight number 5. First Ghost Rider. Incredible Hulk 271. This is the first Rocket Raccoon in comics. Not his true first appearance, but his first appearance in comics. Vengeance number 1, first America Chavez. Venom number 3, first Null. Batman 251. I love me some Neil Adams. And that's what this is. One of my favorite covers, my PC book. This I have in a 9.2. This one is not a 9.2. Does present very, very well, though, but I'll be very surprised if this... Might be a solid 8, though. I gotta figure... I might send this one out. One of my other favorite books, Fantastic Four, Annual number 6, first Annihilus, first Franklin Richards. Watch out for this book again. Me just speculating. Take what I say with a grain of salt. Do not go out and buy books because I'm hoarding them. This book... The reason I started buying this book in bulk was for the first Annihilus, because I think that character is amazing. You have the Negative Zone attached to him. You also have one of the greatest Marvel events ever, which is Annihilation. If you haven't read Annihilation, I highly suggest it. It's fantastic. But this comes with also the first Franklin Richards, which now I'm leaning towards that's the money book. Or the money character. I feel like Franklin Richards could be teased really well in the Fantastic Four movie, especially in an end credit scene. Just a feeling. This comes from no data at all. Just a hunch. They literally just started filming now. I don't know if it's going to come true. I have no idea. Please don't go out and say Gary told me to buy this book, because I certainly did not. Marvel, a special Marvel edition, 15, first Shang-Chi. Batman 357, first Jason Todd, first Killer Croc. Captain America 109. This is the origin of Captain America. Also a classic Steranko, I'm pretty sure. Is this a Oh no, it's a Kirby cover. That's got to be Kirby. It looks Kirby. Luke Cage, number 1. First Luke Cage, and last but not least, one of my favorite lanterns. This is Green Lantern 59. First Guy Gardner. That's it. Those are the major keys that came out of this collection. And again, I paid $25,500. Not to mention, I should have recorded everything over there. Total bunch of stuff there that still needs work. And I don't mean like good books like this. I mean organization. It takes so long to organize, because for any of you guys who watched these previous videos, you know how this collection came, and it wasn't pretty. But that's it. There's also a bunch of stuff I didn't mention that I have in boxes, just because I didn't want this video to go too long. I am very parched. I need some water. That's it for this video. Finally, the series is done. We are done. We are now on to new things. I'm not even going to say bigger and better, because to top this collection, I can't even imagine what I would need to find. But some keys that were missing: Batman Adventures 12, which he had but kept. No Iron Man 55, first Drax, first Blood Brothers, and first Thanos. Also, no Giant Size X-Men. But other than that, there were a lot of keys in this thing. But those were notable books that were missing. Now, we are going to get out of here. There were no Silver Age blue chip keys, right? We had no number ones, no first Iron Man, no first Thor, stuff like that. So everything, the best of the best, you just saw, man. You just saw. So that's it for me. I'm wiped. I got to get something to drink. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, keep it comics.